there. So I'm going to show you how to make a presentation assignment, so make a template so that your students can actually click on the template and it decreases some of their cognitive load and makes it a little bit simpler. So I've logged into Adobe. I'm going to choose Adobe Express. Alright, so we're in Adobe Express and I'm just going to choose the presentation spot. So you can click here or you can go to the plus button and find it as well. So I'm going to go click on presentation and I'm going to see if I can find a template that I want to work with, just to make it a little bit easier. So there's some really great ones actually. So there's all kinds of options. So you could choose anything that you think fits for you and adapt it, or you could just keep it really simple and it could just be basic. So keeping in mind that whatever's already developed will have kind of a background that you may have to change. So I think I'm going to just go with just the way it is and not worry about it. So the first thing I want to do maybe is choose a background color, and that will make all of the slides that background color if I choose, or it will change it. Keeping in mind, of course, that I'm going to tell my students that they have to make it their own. So I'm going to choose purple for fun, and then I want to add a picture of some sort. So I'm going to go over here to the left where it says media, and I'm going to click on photos, and I'm going to, you can upload something if you already got it, but right now I'm just going to search. So I'm looking for nursing, because that's where I work, and see what pops up here. So all kinds of great pictures. So anything you could use for your whole background, and maybe there's something that you like more than others. I love this one, and maybe I want to make it my entire thing. So I can do that. I just have to stretch it and make it look, and it doesn't matter if it goes off the edge. The key is that you're going to use it for your background. So here we go, almost there. Okay, so this is my front page of my presentation. I like that. Now I want to add some text, so I go over here to the box that's marked text, and I can choose title, heading, body, or just add text. Doesn't matter. But I'm going to choose the title one, and I'm going to make it this is my title, my presentation title, whatever you want it. Maybe it's the assignment that you're using, your presentation title. And you can choose the font over here. Lots of different fonts to play with and choose. So we can choose anything we wanted. Something like that. Or if you want to bold it, or if you want to italicize it, if you want to make it bigger, maybe it needs to be bigger or smaller. All of those are here in this section. And you can even add in effects at this time if you choose to. If you want to add in something different, make it look a little different, you can. Or animation, meaning maybe you want it to flicker as it, I don't like that though, but it could be none. So, and then if you want to add in more text, so if I wanted to add in a subtitle, so maybe my name, right? Student's name, you want something there, so I'm going to put student's name. Okay, so we've got page one. Now, you're making them a template, so you want them to see what it is they're doing. So down here at the bottom, I want to add a page. Now remember, I made the background purple. I can change that at any time if I choose by going to this up here. So, you see, make sure that's big enough for you to see. Okay, so now this will be the second page of your content. So you might provide them with some text, a guideline of, this is maybe their objectives or something like that. And you tell them specifically what you're looking for in this section, an overview of it. And you could add a picture, because maybe we really like the picture, so we go back to media and we add a photo of something. So again, photos, I'd already searched for nursing or healthcare, that's an option. Here's a good picture. So I like that picture, that's nice. Bunch of people around the table working, and I might leave that for them and then have some more information. Okay, so now we've got another, that's page 2. Wow, excuse me. Come over here, I want to add another page. All right, same thing. So what do you want this page to look like? So it could have a picture. You could add a picture to it. I might have some more text. Like in this section, I want you to include A, B, and C. And maybe I want them to record. And so oftentimes I'll have students record over their content. So I'll have them give me some bullet points of information, but I want them to tell me the story. So in order to do that, again, it's in your media tab here. We're in media. I'm going to click on audio, and I'm going to record voiceover. So you can, whatever, you can give it permission. It's pretty simple. Once I hit the start recording button, it will record whatever I say. hey, I'm recording some content here, la 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 la. And then when your student's done recording, they hit finish recording. And it takes it a second for it to, work. And then they have some options. Do they want it to fade in, fade out? They want the volume up high. And in order to play it, you're going to look down here where there's a little arrow and you hit play. Hey, I'm recording some content here, la 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 la. And then when your student's done recording, they hit. All right, so anyway, that's basically how that works. It's pretty simple. Those are the instructions that I give my students, and you can see this in some of the videos that I've made. Now, when you're complete, you have your number of slides. I have an assignment where I have a total of 7 slides that I want them to complete. I go ahead and I hit the share button up here. It takes just a second, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the view only link. And then I'm going to click the allow others to remix. So that's the trick in creating a template that they can't tweak or change, but once they hit that link, so I create the link, and it'll just copy to my board, or it'll leave me an option here. But that link is what I embed in my assignment. So once that's done, this is good to go. They can make any changes they want to it. Now let me show you what it looks like in a course. So if I go into my WSU Online and I click on Commons, you may have seen this from another video that you watched, but if we click on Commons, and right here you can just search for my name, or you can search for Adobe. But this is me, the AI proofing assignments using Adobe Express. So there's that. And then you want to just go to the presentation assignment example. And it gives you an example of how I've used this in a class. So I've provided all the instructions, specifically what each slide should entail, but I've also included that in the template. So there's a video that I include for them that shows them how to do it, kind of what I just did for you. And when they click on the template, it'll take them right directly to the assignment that they need to fix, what I want them to work on, which is the template. It takes just a second to load. And then this is, you can see we're right at it's not at the beginning. It kind of automatically does that. But here's the beginning of it. But then I instruct them to hit remix. And then it just goes directly into their own Adobe Express, and they can make it their own based on the instructions. So I hope that helps with all those resources, and you can do kind of take a fun written paper or a PowerPoint presentation assignment that you've done in the past and make it a little bit more unique and a little bit more engaging. I particularly love adding the audio component. So in my assignment here, all 6 slides, well, not including the references, have to have an audio component. So they can include some content, and I expect them to, but it should be short and sweet, and then they should reflect on what they're learning. So that's it. Thanks.